Alright guys, so this is the, I guess the review and install of LED headlights and fog lights on a 2003 Subaru WRX. I have, currently right now, one's an LED and one's an HID, just to show you the comparison between the two. I've been driving around like this for a little bit now, pretty much all day, and I personally think the LED is much better. There's some things I like about it and things I don't like about it, but compared to the HID, it's way better than the output that the HID gives, and I don't know why that is. Both of these are cheap from eBay, and they're nothing crazy. I actually think I spent a little bit more on the LED, maybe like 10 more bucks versus the LED kit in comparison to the HID. But with the LED kit, I did get fog lights. So the HID kit only came with HID headlights. So right now, I'm gonna prop you guys up, and I'll show you guys the beam. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna cover up one side and the other side, and you can see the difference in the light pattern. I'll do high beam and low beam. The LED is on the right side of the car, and the HID is on the left side. First test, we'll do low beam. Guys, now I'll throw it on high beam and let you see. This is the side with the HID. As you can see, the pattern is just not as good at all. And then this is the LED. All in all, I think much brighter. All that light is pretty much from the LED. So these are the LED lights that I got from eBay. As you can see, pretty generic little box. They're supposed to be 4,000 lumens. I don't know if that's going to be, you know, a true reading or not, but they're definitely a lot brighter so far. I've got excuse me, it's so cold out here. I got H3 fog lights, which are right here, that are going to get installed today. All in all, these seem actually pretty solid. They got a little fan built in on the bottom. The top screws off, and then it has this little piece of plastic over the top, so if you buy the things to actually change the color, or if you just spray this whatever color you want, or maybe right over it, you could just change the color that way. But I'm just going to leave mine white. These are 6000K, so I'm just going to leave mine white because the fog light covers, obviously I painted them yellow, so there's not really any need to put a yellow bulb back there. But these actually seem pretty solid. And then these are the headlights. They come actually pretty nicely packaged. This one's not an LED. This is the old HID that I had in there. All completely like custom fit, all rigged up. Still worked really, you know, decent for what it was. I think I paid like 30 bucks for those. And then this is the headlight. Comes with a actual plug that plugs in to the OEM adapter to my car. So that's actually really nice. The HIDs didn't, so I had to wire them up separately and everything. But this one also top screws off like that, and you can change the top. This has 4 LED like, I guess, squares of light on them. And how this works is 2 light up on one side, and that's your low beam, and then when you put it on high beam, all 4 of them light up at the same time. To be honest with you, I think that the way they should have done it is this side lit and then this side lit, and then when you turn the high beam on, this side and this side join in, because so far what I've noticed from having my lights on, the LED tends to go to one side of the actual housing because it's only on one side. So you have to manipulate the bulb to kind of fill out the whole socket, versus if it was just one on each side, I think it would fill the light would fill the socket much better, and you really wouldn't have to worry about the manipulation of the bulb inside the actual housing. But I'm going to go ahead and install this first, and then we'll get on the to the fog lights. Start by removing my ballast. Everything is all zip tied in here, and it really looks kind of sloppy, so it's actually going to be really nice to finally have not such a sloppy connection all over. So that right there is the old HID hookup. It's the same end that they had on the LED, but the way these HIDs work is it just has this one port that goes to one side, and then you've got all this wiring harness shit. It's really just a mess, and you know, it's really a hassle to have to worry about grounding this out, you know, hooking everything up. So it's much simpler to not have to worry about this style of HID versus the LEDs that I picked up. It's much better. So I mean, this right here is the clutter that I was able to pretty much free up, because I do not need any of this anymore. I mean, you could just see how much useless shit I'm gonna clean out of my hood versus the LED bulbs, which this side is installed, and that's it. Like, that's all it is. Bulb and plugs right in. So it's a much simpler install. So the next step I'm going to show you guys is actually removing the HID headlight. So down here, that's the LED bulb. I mean the HID bulb. And it's screwed in. It's held in with this piece of plastic right here. So that comes out, and then the bulb is free. So there's the bulb. As you can see, it was kind of rigged up in there. Pretty much didn't actually go to this, so but I was able to make them work. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take this out and then get those LED bulbs in there. Screws at the top here that have to come out. Basically, in order to fit this bulb in here, I had to take this cover off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now so I can get this bulb out, because we actually need this cover. That screwdriver's out. Okay, so I'm back now with an actual size that fits. Cover just pops right off, and then the bulb will come right out. We actually need this piece for the LEDs. Okay, so this is out, and I screwed that plate back in, so we don't have to worry about losing the metal plate for this, so it can be used later. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this in the box, and then we'll pull out my my LED, and we'll show you how to throw that in. What has to happen is this flat piece right here has these holes in it, and this piece has to go over this, but as you can tell, it actually won't fit because this black section won't go over here, and we need it to fit over this part. So what we have to do is take this ring off, and then we also have to trim some of this off, because this is too long to actually fit over this part of the bulb, so it'll ground out before it actually seats fully. So what we need to do right now is actually take my grinder and just shave off maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right now. Remember, you always want to wear your gloves and your safety glasses. So I do have safety glasses on, and where we want to cut is on this side, because there's more of a lip here, and this side is more shallow, so this is the side that the bulb is actually going to fit inside of. So I'm going to go ahead and shave some of this off. And I'm going to do that by holding it with pliers, and then just going at it with my grinder. Okay, so now this part, as you can tell, is now all ground down. So that right there should be enough to go ahead and seat over the end of this. So it'll sit like this. Another problem that we're going to have that we'll address is going to be on the inside. It has these little lips. Well, all these little lips right here restrict it from actually going below where it needs to sit. So what we need to do is trim these, and we'll use a file for that. Okay guys, so I've got my file, and I'm going to file on the inside of here. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to take this seal, this rubber seal, off of this. I'm going to use just my little pick. Comes right off, and I'm just going to put that aside. So basically what needs to happen, that needs to sit under that O-ring, and it's not going to, as you can see. Hopefully the camera's staying in focus, but it's not going to go past this rim, and that's where it needs to be. So we'll file it down, just one little fin at a time. Filed down the inside of this, and I fit, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a rubber boot, or the rubber seal that has been fitted over this, so the housing actually won't come off. So we ground it down, ground down the inside. This is what it looks like after, and this will just fit right in there, and then twist in. So I'm gonna go. That's plugged in. It should work now. I'm actually going to just go ahead and show you guys what this looks like real quick. So I'll go ahead and turn the lights on. Okay, so the light right there, that's the two sides. This side's obviously not lit up, and then I'll go ahead and show you the high beam. So that's the high beam. That's a low beam. So let's go ahead and put this in. Okay, so there it is. All in all, as you can tell, this is a much cleaner setup than the one that I had in here before that had a bunch of shit just dangling here. I mean, I had right there, I had a zip tie with a bunch of, you know, needless junk, which is sitting over there on the bench that I don't even need. So that stuff's been, you know, cleared right out. Plenty of room in here now. That's a much simpler setup. Those are going to stay a lot cooler because there's a lot less shit down in the way right over there. I mean, it's a much cleaner setup. The finished product after the LEDs were installed, they're actually a lot brighter than the HIDs were. The kit that I bought online, as I said, I got with LED fog lights as well. Well, those fog lights, for whatever stupid reason, did not work at all. So regardless whether they did work or not, I actually wouldn't have been able to make them work with the housing that I have for my car, for the fog light on it. So I'm gonna have to order some new fog lights, and I'm fine with that, whatever. I mean, that's what happens when you buy shit off eBay. I mean, it either works or it doesn't work. That's why it's cheap. So, you know, I've messaged the seller, and we'll see what he's gonna do, but I seriously doubt he's gonna do anything. I personally think these LEDs are amazing though. These are way better. That's the high beam, that's a low beam. These are way better than the stock ones, and they are way better than the HID ones that I had in here, hands down. So that's what they look like, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.